What's up? I was just pondering something while I stroke my 5 o'clock shadow. Start the show. Cheers! Coffee first. Ah! What's up, guys? Fears. Audience, Fears. How art is thou? Thou was just doing good. I got plenty of sleep. Work was good last night. We only had about 36,000, so kind of a lighter night still. And then today, it has just been pouring down. And I mean pouring down out there, you guys. It's pouring down right now. It's been pouring down for, I don't know, at least an hour or two. So, will the weather calm down? And I mean everything. Thunder, lightning, rain. I don't know if you guys can hear the rain, but I sure as hell can. And maybe later on in the show you'll hear the thunder and lightning. I don't know. Hopefully it calms down before I have to go to work tonight. Anyway, let's open up that chat. Let's open up that chat and get going here. There we are. Let me just open up the chat here. There we are. Let's see. Hope you guys are having a good day. I mean, besides the weather. Besides the weather, I'm having a fantastic day. Oh, there it is. I just heard the thunderstorm. I just heard it. It is pouring down out there though. So it's thunder, rain, lightning. It's all that crap. Oh man. Hope you. There we go. Yo, J-Man, what's up? He says, what up, Fears? How you doing? I'm doing all right. I'm doing okay. I hope you and Mary are doing absolutely fantastic, my friend. How is Mary? How is Mary doing? I haven't asked. I haven't asked you, Johnny, in quite a while. How are you and Mary doing? What have you guys been up to? You still doing your movie reviews, Johnny, on TikTok and YouTube? And then has Mary been working on any videos? Because I know sometimes she's on your channel. Other times, I think she does her own thing. I can't remember. But, yeah, man. Thanks for asking. Things are going all right. Work's been good. Busy. Steady and busy. But good. And I slept a lot today because I'm telling you, man, the weather has been crazy outside. Crazy outside, man. It's been insane. It has been nuts. Anyway. Well, today's topics are... I watched Ed Wood last night. Very interesting character. Sometimes he was interesting. Sometimes he was boring. He led an interesting life. So I'm going to review this. And then I watched Dolly, Dearest. Dun, dun, dun. Another shitty 80s horror film. Oh, and it was shit, but it was great shit. It was great shit. And I was laughing all the way through it. So we're going to be reviewing these two movies. And then, because the fans were so interactive yesterday, which they were, and I appreciate that, I thought we would answer some more movie questions, and then I scrolled down the page, and they had questions on hobbies, so I thought I would do that. J-Man says, we're all doing very well. We are going to be, let's see, hang on. We're going to be moving to an apartment closer to Mary's work, which is good. The weather has been crazy here as well. I know, man, what the hell? The weather has been not too good. Rain. If you look out this window, if I took the laptop over there, I'm telling you, rain. It's insanity, my friends. But hey, that's good. So you guys were living in an apartment away from Mary's house. I mean, away from Mary's work, and now you're moving into another apartment closer. Well, I mean, that'll help, because then you'll save money on gas, and it'll be easier for Mary to get to work. So that's good. That's good, man. Well, let me know. Let me know how it all turns out, buddy. I wish you and Mary the best of luck, and hopefully it's double thumbs up. Oh yeah. All right. Well, I thought we'd start off with some questions, so let's continue. And feel free to. I'll ask the question. I'm going to answer it, but feel free to write your guys' responses down in the chat. So here we are. Let's see. Where did I leave off on movie questions? It says. Let's see here. Let me just get to where I was. The last question that I answered said, would Fears prefer doing a nude scene if I was an actor? And the answer was no. The answer was no. I'm too shy for all that. I can't imagine, being an actor and having to be nude, I guess it's easier when they offer you millions of dollars, but if somebody wasn't offering me millions of dollars, I wouldn't be doing it. So yeah. All right. So we left off on question 25. Question 26, it says, would you rather have to fight against Darth Vader, Joker, or Hannibal Lecter? Oh, hands down, Darth Vader. What about you guys? So, who would you rather fight? And I put Darth Vader. All right, number 27. Here we go. Let me just scroll down here. And again, if you guys got any questions, put them in the chat. Let me knows. All right. And like I said, feel free to answer these questions as I bring them up, my friends. All right, let's see. I keep losing my spot. Let's see. Where did I leave off? Let's see. Where did I leave off? I left off. Oh, hang on. I lost my place here. Hang on. What is your favorite Harry Potter movie? Excuse me. Probably it's a split between Harry Potter number 1 and Harry Potter number 2. So, favorite Harry Potter movie. Let's see, number 1 or number 2. I'm gonna go with number 1. Harry Potter 1. And I took that quiz. What was I? I wasn't a Slytherin. Oh, what is it? Ravenclaw. I was a Ravenclaw. Alright, I am a Ravenclaw. Alright, let me try and find my spot, because I lost my spot. I apologize. Okay, hang on. Let me scroll down here. Where did I leave off? Hang on. Okay, here. Okay, I did the nude scene question. And then the next question was... No, I did that one. Oh, here we go. Who's your least favorite actor? Oh, least favorite actor. I don't know. I don't know. You would think you would find something interesting, in everyone. I don't know. I don't really have a least favorite actor. I've got my favorite actors. I'm going to put that first answer. You find something interesting in everyone. So you find something interesting in everyone. All right, let's see here. Number 29. What is your favorite television series? Oh, man! That's a good one. I've got many. Star Trek is up there. I'm going to put a couple because, Fear, sometimes I'm indecisive. I mean, I can't pick between MacGyver and Star Trek and Knight Rider. I would say those are my three top favorites. Doesn't matter what type of Star Trek, any Star Trek. I just completed a couple of months back. I remember I completed season 2 of Star Trek: Strange New Worlds, and I want more. I was begging for more. I cannot wait for season 3 to come out on Blu-ray. I'm gonna put everything on hold and watch that right away. Oh yeah. So, favorite TV series. And I'm just going to put those three, because I can't decide. So, Knight Rider, Star Trek, and motherfucking MacGyver. Alright, let's see here. Yo, what's up? You're really good at reading and interacting with the chat, John. Well, thank you. I try to keep up. I will admit, sometimes I get behind. Sometimes the audience gets a tad bit mad at Fears. But I try to keep up. Sometimes I go on these Leonard. Sometimes I go on these rants. And it's not really, I don't think they're rants. The trolls call them rants, but I like to describe something in detail sometimes. And usually that's when I get a little bit behind. So it's impressive how fast you can read and think. Thanks. I appreciate it. I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but I would like to think I'm a pretty smart guy. So yeah. I can't make out your picture. Oh, okay. It's a picture of a child. Is that your children, Leonard? I'm just curious. I have no idea. I couldn't make out your photo. I had to go to your channel. So, if you do have children, lucky you. Because one day I would love to be a father. I just haven't met Mrs. Fears yet. Yeah, what's up, John? If you give Ed Wood a lower rating than 8 out of 10, I'm going to be very upset with you, Mr. Fears. Oh, why is that, John? Why is that? I do have the rating already in my mind, but why is that? I'm just going to let you know it's going to be pretty high, John, because I love Tim Burton. I love Tim Burton movies. I think Tim Burton's a great director. He's not my favorite director, but I do like him as a director. I'd say probably my favorite 2 directors are probably Steven Spielberg first, and then George Lucas, and then Tim Burton. I mean, have you watched Tim Burton's Batman? Hello. That's right. Leonard says, it's me when I was a kid. Okay, I was just curious. All right. Let's see. Next question. That's right, John. I give Ed Wood a 5 out of 10. I'm just joking, my friend. I was just joking. Just playing around. Just jerking your chain. All right, let's see. Next question. Let's see here. If you could only pick one Disney character to be, what one Disney character would you be? Oh, that's simple. Aladdin. I love Aladdin. So, pick one Disney character. Aladdin. Laddie. Alright. Let's see. Number 31. Let's see here. What did you like most to watch when you were a kid? Oh, man, that's a hard one. I mean, everything. Fears watched a lot of movies growing up and a lot of television. I'm just going to pick my 3 favorite things to watch as a kid. So, what did I watch as a kid? Number 1, Double Dare. I never missed an episode. Double Dare. Number 2, MacGyver. Number 3, Star Trek. I'm going to put those 3. I watched those a lot. I watched MacGyver and Star Trek with my dad, and then I watched a lot of Double Dare by myself. All right. Let's see here. Feel free to answer these questions if you guys want to. All right. Let's see. What's next? Are you a Friends series type of person or How I Met Your Mother television series person? Oh, Friends all the way. Friends all the way. So, Friends or How I Met Your Mom? Friends all the way. I mean, Jennifer Aniston. Need I say more? She is hot. She's hot. All right, number 33. Let's see here. How often do you watch TV? When I was a kid, a lot. Now, slim to none. Because usually, today's television is fucking crap. It's fucking garbage. I'll flick through Amazon Prime, or whatever the fuck it's called, and I'll flip through Netflix, and there's nothing on. So, every once in a while, I watch television. But usually it's movies. So, how often do you watch TV? Slim to none. Alright. Let's see here. Let's see here. What is one of your favorite TV commercials? Oh, God. There's so many good ones. Yo, what's up, Tinder Immortal? Before I answer the television commercial question, J-Man has got a question. He says, Fears, favorite Saturday morning cartoon when you were growing up? Oh, that's easy. That is easy. The real Ghostbusters. You should know that, J-Man. Fears has talked about that many a times. All right, but I will put it down. Favorite TV cartoon on Saturday. The real Ghostbusters. Oh, yeah. All right, 35. Let's say, have you ever tried outer space vodka? I have not tried that, Tinder Immortal. But probably 10 times out of 12, I wouldn't like it. I wouldn't be opposed to trying it, though. But you guys know Crystal Skull Vodka is Fears is not only my favorite alcoholic beverage, but my favorite type of vodka. But I would try it, Tinder Immortal. If you want to send me some in fan mail, I will give it a go. I will give it a go. By the way, guys, Fears wants to hear from you. I do. Send all of your fan mail, and if you want Fears to unbox something, to this address. Don't worry if you can't write it down super quick. You can either freeze frame this video, or it's always in the description of every single video and every single live that I upload. So, there's that. Anyway, real quick update. I did not go to the Star Wars convention. Believe me, I'm trying to get caught up on all the vlogs that I already have going on right now, which is a lot. Alright, so probably the next one, I'll either go to the Central Florida one. I'm skipping the Fort Myers one because that's quite a drive. And I'm probably skipping the Jacksonville one. Jacksonville is so far away. That's 3 hours there and 3 hours back. So no thank you. No thank you. So probably the next ones are Central Florida Collectors Fest and then the Kissimmee Collectors Fest. Because Kissimmee is like right down the road. So that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Alright. The bottle is a giant alien head. Well, Tender Mortal, if you want me to try it, send it in fan mail, and Fears will give it a go. I'll give it a little guzzle. That's right. All right, let's see. Where did I leave off? The favorite television commercial. All right, so favorite TV commercial. I don't know, man. There's so many. There's so many. Definitely one that comes to mind. I'll probably just list off like 3 or 4 because I'm being honest. Think of all the television commercials that you guys watched over and over and over again throughout the years. There's so many good ones. Like any Folgers coffee commercial is fucking spectacular. Then they put a lot of effort like into like board game TV commercials. Like a Mousetrap commercial was like nuts. Like high quality production. I'd say probably one of my favorite commercials because my mom and dad never bought me the toy as a kid. I would always go over to my friend's house and play with it. The board game Crossfire. Crossfire! 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 You'll get caught up in it. Will I? Will I really get caught up in it? Well, what the fuck? So the first one is going to be the Crossfire commercial. Crossfire. Number 2, probably the What's That? That commercial. That's always a good one. And then probably number 3, the Budweiser commercial where the guy goes in and he's hanging out with his friends at a bar, and then the bartender behind the bar is an actress, and she looks right at this guy named Riley, and he has no idea what's going on. She goes, "So if I give you this beer, are you up for anything?" And he's like, "Yeah, I guess." And then she goes, "Turn the beer around and read what's on the back of the beer." And it says, "Go across the street and put the quarter in the wall." And so he goes across the street with his buddies. He puts the quarter in the wall. And like a live action, like Pac-Man game starts. And then the bartender comes out of nowhere. And she goes, "You are Pac-Man." And then Riley starts doing a real life version game on the floor, all set up as Pac-Man. So I'm going to put down the Budweiser Pac-Man commercial because that was a really good one. That came out a couple of years ago. So, Pac-Man Budweiser commercial. That's always a good one. But again, there are so many good commercials, you guys. That was hard. That was hard for Fears to pick one, you know? That was hard. That was hard for Fears to pick one. Yo, Shuffler! Yo, Visions! What's up? Good to see him. Yo, Doe! What's up? What kind of dough are you? Are you thick dough? Are you bread dough? Are you yeast dough? Are you all that fucking dough? But yeah. So, Tinder Mortal, I expect some alien vodka. Soon, damn it! Get me some vodka! You fucking bitch! No, I'm just joking. I'm just playing around. I'm just joking. Shuffler's like, Fears, you better watch your fucking mouth before I cut a bitch. You better watch your fucking mouth before I cut a bitch. I'm just joking, Tinder Immortal. You know we're buddies. You know we're buddies. Shuffler, what's up? He says, yep, yes, sir. Well, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to trying some alien... What was it called? What was it called? Alien Outer Space Vodka? Sounds good. It sounds good. The Budweiser Frog commercial. Yeah, those are good. Those are good. Yep. Vision says, oh, dog, bunging up. Oh, we've been bunging it up. I definitely have been bunging it up. I don't know if it's raining where you guys live, but man, it is pouring down out there. It is pouring down. Thunder, rain, lightning. It feels like I'm in a goddamn monster movie. Before I started the stream, the lights started flickering. So, Fears may lose power. If I do lose power, I'll see you guys tomorrow. But I will keep streaming until I lose power. So there it is. So yeah. Let's see. Not a bartender. Listen, I will call her a bartender if I want. I'm just joking. You're probably right. You're probably right. Old school McDonald's commercials. Those are good. Those are good. Spiritual, I think the very first McDonald's toy I ever got was the McDonald's Chicken McNugget and like the hamburger, like Transformers, like where you would take a fucking hamburger and like you'd pull out the little legs and the little arms and, or like the little hot cakes and it would turn into like a pterodactyl, like a pterodactyl transformer or some shit. I remember those, and then right after Back to the Future, like 2 or 3 came out, I got the little Back to the Future car, and you would like rev it up like this. You'd rev it up, and all these sparks would fly out the back. I still have it somewhere. It's in a box with all my other toys in my mom's basement, collecting a lot of dust. So yeah. Yo, Walter! He says, what's up, Fears? We're just bunging it up. We're bunging it up, we're chunging it up, we're runging it up, we're munging it up. I mean, that's what we do. But I'm having a good day. I hope you are too, Walter. So, yeah. Weather has been nice the last couple of days in my end. Oh, okay, I got you. Well, guess what? The weather over here has been shit. It has been crap. It's been garbage. It's been raining. It's been thundering. It's been lightning. It's you know, rain, catastrophic winds, going ballistic, going nuts. It's insane. It's insane. It's insane. Anyway. But, Shuffler, I was just joking. Obviously, Tinder Immortal is not a bitch. I was just joking. So, Tinder Immortal, I was just playing around. So, forgive me. I was just playing around. All right. Let's see. What's next? 36. Where am I? 36. If you could appear on a television series, off air or on air, which would it be? Oh, that's easy. Either Star Trek, Knight Rider, or MacGyver. All 3. But if I only had to pick one, probably Star Trek. I wouldn't care what Star Trek. Like, if I could go back in time and be on the original Star Trek in the 60s, that's good. If I could be on Star Trek, like, Next Gen, probably Next Gen. Because I remember, I watched that first. I remember me and my dad sitting down. My dad's like, I'll show you the old Star Trek, John, but Star Trek Next Gen is on television right now, so let's watch this first. And then after that television series ends, then I'll show you the old ones. So that's how I was introduced to Star Trek. And thank God my dad introduced me to it, because I love me some Star Trek. I do. I really do. But old Star Trek probably on Next Gen. New Star Trek, I would not mind having a cameo on Star Trek Picard or Star Trek Strange New Worlds. I have been enjoying both of those. All right, let's see here. So, would I appear on a TV series? Yes. The series would be, because I got a couple. Number one's going to be Star Trek. Star Trek. So Star Trek. I will be honest, I have been enjoying these new Star Wars TV shows. The Mandalorian is off the fucking chain, man. I can't tell you how great it is. I cannot wait for season 3 to come out. I whizzed through seasons 1 and season 2. I put everything on hold. I'm like, you guys can wait. You guys can wait. Give me some Mandalorian. And I watched that shit super quick. And then when Andor came out, season 1, I watched that super quick. So, good stuff. So, I'm going to put down Mandalorian. Mandalorian. M-A-N-D. Yeah. And then, let's see. If I could, not the new MacGyver. The new MacGyver, I'm almost done watching it. It's okay. Well, I shouldn't say new. It came out in 2016, but it's new to me. It's all right. It's okay. I probably wouldn't want to be on that one. I'm talking about the Richard Dean Anderson one. Yeah, the classic, the original. So, I'm going to put old school MacGyver. And I wouldn't care what character. I wouldn't care if I played the villain. I wouldn't care if I played MacGyver's sidekick. Just get me on the show. Old school MacGyver. Knight Rider. You know what's funny about Knight Rider is I watched all the bonus features, right? And so David Hasselhoff was really close to his dad, like how I was close with my dad. And in the bonus features, I shit you not, if you get it on Blu-ray, it says like the making of, I almost said MacGyver, excuse me, the making of Knight Rider. He said that he was doing 2 plays on Broadway. And the 2 plays just finished. And then they offered him Michael Knight. And he said, I don't know, like, I really have been enjoying, like, doing these plays and stuff. And he goes, I'm gonna call my dad for advice. So he called his dad and said, hey, Dad, they offered me a television show. And his dad was like, great, awesome. What's it about? He goes, well, I play a secret agent, and my sidekick is a talking car. And then David Hasselhoff said, you couldn't hear a pin drop on the phone, like, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. And then his dad finally said, what are you, nuts? He goes, don't do that. He goes, that would end your career. And he goes, all right, Dad, well, thanks for the advice. And then he said, I did think about it. He goes, I thought about it for like 4 or 5 days and said, well, if it does bomb, at least it's on network television. And at least maybe it'll help me get a couple of gigs. And he called his dad back and said, Dad, I can't pass this up. It's on network televisions. Millions of people are going to see this. And then his dad was like, oh, you didn't tell me it was network. And he goes, I thought I did. He goes, oh, do it. He goes, who cares if it bombs? Do it. And so he did it. And then the rest is history, my friends. All right, let's see. What else? Star Trek, Mandalorian, Old School MacGyver, Knight Rider. I did enjoy Gotham. I think being on Gotham would be kind of cool. Gotham. And then, oh, what's that other one? The TV version of The Punisher. That TV show was fucking great. So, The Punisher TV show. I don't know how you pronounce that guy's last name, John. I think his name is Berthenhall, the guy that played Shane off of The Walking Dead. He's my favorite dude that played The Punisher. I mean, all the other guys that played Punisher were good, But I think he played the best. I mean, he was mean. And he kind of reminded me of Snake Plissken. He was like, oh, you murdered my family? Oh, guess what? I'm coming after you, motherfucker. And he just like spray paints, the skull on the fucking black tactical vest. And he's like, I'm killing all you motherfuckers, And he just fucking goes to town. All right. I think that's it. Those 5 I would love to be on. All right. Let me get back to the chat here. Let me minimize the questions real quick. Let's see. Where did I leave off? I left off when Walter said, what's up? What's up, Walter? Yo, Eddie, what's up? He says, you better be good in here. Why must we go over this? I'm the host. I'm always a good host. Well, according to the trolls, I'm never a good host, but according to the loyal fans, I do a pretty good job at hosting. So I do my best. So, yeah. Are you a bigger fan of Star Trek or Star Wars? Ooh, that's a good question. Let's see. Star Trek or Star Wars? I am actually going to try to just pick one, Spiritual, because a classic Fears to be like, oh man, I don't know, I guess I'll just pick both. I'm going to really try and pick one. I do love them both. Don't get me wrong, I do love them both. But if I only had to pick one, probably Star Trek, because I think my dad introduced me to Star Trek first, and then the very first Star Wars I ever watched, Return of the Jedi, was in theaters, and if memory serves me right, it was me, my brother, my dad, and one of my British uncles came, and I think we went and watched it. So I watched Star Wars out of order. I watched Return of the Jedi, and then I went to Blockbuster, and my dad's like, you gotta rent the first two. So yeah. So I'm going to pick Star Trek. I do love Star Wars, though, but if I can only pick one, I like Star Trek just a little bit more, a tiny bit more. So I'm going to put Star Trek. But don't get me wrong, I love Star Wars, I love Star Trek. All right. There we are. Let's see here. Eddie says, oh, geez, have you ever gone to a Star Wars convention or any sci-fi? Oh, yeah. For sure, Shuffler. Go back and watch old episodes of Fears Man 26. I have so many convention interviews. I've went to a bunch. I've went to toy conventions. I've went to horror conventions. I've went to sci-fi pop culture conventions. For a while, I went to that Wizard World Comic-Con for like 9 years straight. I mean, oh yeah. So, let's see, what number is that? Number 38. 38. Have you ever went to a sci-fi or Star Trek convention? So, Spiritual, here's my answer. Have you ever went to a sci-fi or Star Trek convention? Yes, you dumb shit. I'm just joking, buddy, but that is my answer. That is my answer. All right. Let's see here. Fears is in a really good mood today. I'm joking around with the fans. Obviously, you're not a dumb shit. Spiritual, I'm just joking around. Oh, I'm sorry, Shuffler. Excuse me, Shuffler. Now who's the dumb shit? I'm just joking. I'm playing around. Let's see. If you give Ed Wood a lower rating than the MacGyver reboot, I'm going to lose my fucking marbles. Well, I haven't gave my rating yet, John, of Ed Wood or the new MacGyver series because I haven't finished the new MacGyver series. I'm like halfway. There was 5 seasons, and I'm on season 3, I believe. So, yeah. Plus, Ed Wood I enjoyed. So there it is. By the way, I ran out of milk. I didn't go out today and get some more milk because of the storm. It's just been crazy weather. So hopefully it'll stop raining tomorrow. So Fears is not doing his classic 2 sugars. I either do 2 sugars or 1 milk if milk's available. If milk is not available, then I do 2 sugars and 1 cream. I didn't have any cream or instant, the powder, the instant mix or whatever they have at the gas stations, none of that. So I just put in black coffee and then I did my 2 sugars. So we're going to have to make do until tomorrow, my friends, until I can go to the grocery store. So there it is. I'll be right back. I have to use the restroom. So give me 1 second. But you just go ahead and be mesmerized over the Batman signal. The signal. That's right. And the symbol. It's a signal and it's a symbol. And I'll be right back, my friends. All right. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that, you guys. There we go. All right. Let's see here. Fears will be right back after these short commercial messages. So don't go away. This is true. This is very true. This is true. This is very true. Well, I was talking about this yesterday. The older you get, the weaker your bladder gets. So usually a couple times a day, Fears has to mosey on off and use the restroom. Let alone me having Crohn's. So there it is. All right, let's continue on, my friends. Visions. By the way, have you ever seen this? Oh my God, I was losing my shit. It is the most dumbest horror film ever, but I was fucking losing my mind. I was laughing so hard because it's that ridiculous. But hey, Visions. Have you ever seen this one? Oh my God, I was in tears. I was laughing so hard. Oh my God, it was so funny. It was pretty funny. I'll get to that in just a few, my friends. All right, next question. Let's see here. Where did I leave off? I left off. Let's see. What was the last question? Oh, would I ever appear in a TV series? Let's see. Do you prefer Netflix, Amazon Prime, or Apple Plus, whatever the hell that is? I've never used Apple Plus, so it's definitely not that. Probably Netflix. I've used Netflix more than Amazon Prime, but I have used Netflix. So, what do you prefer? Apple? I would assume that Apple Plus is another streaming site, but I like Netflix the best. So Apple or Amazon or Netflix. And I'm going to go with Netflix. So Netflix. All right. Let's see here. Let me just scroll down here. Question 40. Do you think watching TV can be educational? Oh, absolutely. It depends on what you watch, but I'm going to give it a big thumbs up. So, TV, educational, yay or nay, and I'm going to give it a big yay. Okay, let's see here. What do you think is the most annoying TV series? I don't know. Again, I don't know. Like, whenever you watch any TV series, you would find something interesting in any of them. I don't know. That's a hard question. If I had to pick, probably the new MacGyver series, because it's not as good as the original. Because the original is fantastic. That's a hard one. I don't know. I'm going to go with that. So, most annoying TV show, New MacGyver. Simply because it isn't the old one. I still enjoy it. It's just not as good as the original. All right, let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see here. Tubi. All right, hang on. Let's see here. I've missed a bunch of them. I don't think I've ever watched one. Oh, watch it, Visions. Oh my God, watch it. It is hysterical. The whole time, the little girl's like, "Mommy, Dolly told me to do this. Dolly, Dearest told me to do that. Dolly says we should comb our hair right now. And if Dolly says that we should comb our hair right now, then I'm going to do it. Or like 9 or 10 people will die." And I'm just like, this shit is fucking hilarious. So I was losing my mind. It was pretty hilarious. It was pretty funny. Tubi is the best. I'm being honest, Tinder Immortal. Is Tubi like a shorter version of like YouTube? Or is Tubi a completely different streaming series? That's a legit question because I've never heard of Tubi. I've heard of YouTube, but is Tubi is that like a short abbreviation for YouTube? Straight up question. I know probably the trolls are going to give me all hell for it, but I'm being straight up honest. I've never heard of Tubi. But just let me know. What is your favorite streaming of choice? I'm currently on Paramount, but I'm mostly on Hulu. Well, I just said it. When I do use those streaming things, I Netflix it up. But usually I don't have to Netflix it up. I've got plenty to watch already. So yeah. Tubi does rock. They have a ton of rare movies. Nice. Oh my gosh, Rebecca's here. Good old Rebecca. Well, guess what? Rebecca, you're gone. You're gone. Because I don't want anyone to feel uncomfortable. Because you make Visions uncomfortable on a daily basis here. This is true. There you go, Visions. You tell Rebecca. And he goes, no, I don't miss you, Rebecca. 0 out of 10. That's right. That's right. That's right. So, yeah. But, yeah, I'm telling you, Visions, watch that Dolly Dearest. Oh, my God. You'll fucking lose your mind. I was fucking losing it. I was fucking losing it. It was hysterical. It was funny. It was funny. All right. So, let me know about Tubi, though. Is that an abbreviation, or is that a completely different streaming skills? You know what? I'm just going to Google it. Exactly. 0 miss. 0 miss. I think that's the new Fears meme. What is Tubi? I'm old and I'm boring. I have to Google these things. For a minute, I thought it was like an abbreviation. Maybe like YouTube, Tubi. But I could be wrong. I probably am. What is Tubi? Tubi is an American over-the-top content platform and ad-supported streaming service owned by the Fox Corporation since 2020. This service was launched on April 1st, 2014, and is based in Los Angeles. Okay. So, it has nothing to do with YouTube. It's a streaming service. That's what I thought it was. I was almost 100% positive, and it streams a bunch of rare movies, but YouTube does that too. YouTube, you can watch full-length movies on it, and then everybody else's content. I just wanted to be sure, because I've never heard of Tubi. Never. Not once. So, I just had to make sure. All right, let's see here. Let's switch, shall we? Let's do some hobby questions. Let's see. Some hobby questions. Let me scroll down. All right. So, hobby questions. Number 1, what is your hobby? Oh my God, too many to count, but I will name off some. Streaming, YouTube, editing, exercise, Disney, writing, editing, a whole bunch of shit. I'll put down my 3 favorite. Editing, streaming, and probably vlogging. Those are my 3 favorite. All right, number 2. Why do you think people need hobbies? So they're not bored out of their fucking mind. So, why do you think people need hobbies? So they are not bored, and they can work on their passion. And they can work on their passion. All right, let's see here. How much money do you spend on your hobby? On YouTube, slim to none. On movie watching, a lot. So I'm gonna put a lot. So, because movie watching is a hobby. So I'm gonna put. Let's see. How much money do you spend on hobby? YouTube, 0. Movie watching, a lot. A lot. All right, number 4. I'll check the comments in just a second because I don't want to get Too far behind. Too far behind. What do you think about playing cards as a hobby? I love playing cards, you know? Like, whenever I go to church camp and I'm a counselor, we play cards all the time in the cabin, you know? A few times I've invited friends from work over, and we've sat right over there and we played poker. So I enjoy card games every once in a while. So what do you think about playing cards as a hobby? I'm going to give it a double thumbs up. So, double thumbs up. That is my answer. All right, number 5. Let's see here. Would you rather spend an evening with your beloved ones or with your hobby? Of course, family and friends always come before a hobby, my friends. So, would you rather do your hobby or spend time with loved ones? Loved ones. All right, number 6. What do you think is your most expensive hobby? Oh, Blu-rays, for sure. For sure. So, most expensive hobby. Blu-ray collecting. I'd say I do like to travel. Now, well, that's not too expensive, traveling. I'd say Blu-ray collecting and probably toy hunting, you know, because whenever you go to convention after convention after convention, they do stack up. So, toy collecting. Or Comic-Cons. That's what I'm going to put down. Comic-Cons. Depends on which Comic-Con you go to. All right, let me catch up with the with the fans. Tubi is like Netflix opposite. Yeah, that's what I thought, Shuffler. I was just like, I just gotta double check. You know, because I'm old. I'm old and boring. So yeah, I barely use those. I barely use streaming services though, if I'm completely honest. You know. Yo, Dallas Cowboy, what's up? What's up? Let's see here. Kool-Aid Man says, we're so cool dudes. This is true. This is true. All the fans are cool people. And I try to be as cool as possible. But I am a big nerd. I am a big nerd. And proud of it, my friends. So, way to keep the positivity up, Kool-Aid Man. There we are. All right, next question. Let's see here. Have you ever played a musical instrument as a hobby? No. My brother has, though. My brother has. But I did not do a musical instrument. All right, number 7. Musical instrument. That is a big 0 out of 10. Not that I wouldn't want to, I just never did. If I did want to do one, probably the guitar. I think playing the guitar would be cool, or let's see here. Maybe the trumpet or trombone. I think that would be pretty cool. All right, number 8. In your own opinion, what do you consider the most boring hobby? Oh, like when those people collect like stamps, like collecting stamps, or like bottle caps or people collect paper clips and shit like that. That is so boring. I mean, to each their own. I'm not making fun of their hobby, but that's just not Fears' cup of tea. So, most boring hobby. I'm going to put stamp collecting. Stamp collecting. All right, let's see here. Let me just scroll down. Let's see here. Would you rather be good at writing, painting, or singing? Ooh, well, definitely not singing, because Fears knows he can't sing. I can't sing worth a shit. But I do like to paint whenever I have time, and I do write. So that's going to be hard to pick between writing or painting. That's hard. That is a hard one. Let's see here. I don't know. I don't want to say both. I do like both, but if I had to pick one, probably writing. Probably writing. So I do like both though. Writing or painting. Writing. All right, let's see here. Number 10. Let's see here. How do you usually spend your weekends with your hobbies? Either conventions, or streaming, or vlogging. It's one of those. So, what hobby do you do on the weekends? Because that one is multiple answers, because I do all three of those, if not more hobbies. So conventions, streaming, and then probably editing. I was trying to think of a third one. Editing. Editing my content. All right. Let's see here. Let me check the chat here. Yo, Pretend Story Times, what's up? Yo, Joey, what's going on? Good to see you. Let's see here. Fears, you need another bookshelf. I do. That wall is looking a bit unstable. Oh, no, it's not. It's pretty stable. It's pretty stable. But there's a reason why I haven't got another shelf yet. These are all unwatched. I mean, I could put the unwatched ones on a shelf and just pull them off, which I'll probably do. I'm not going to get a new shelf until I fill this bad boy up, because you guys can only see from about here up to about there. There's so much room that I haven't used up there. Here, I'll show you. Look at that. There's so much more room for Blu-rays. So, once I get this filled up, I am gonna buy another shelf. Plus, I have a whole other shelf. In my room that I'm kind of using. So yeah, the wall looks a little tight. Does it? I'll get to work on it. I promise. I will get to work on it. But it won't be until after I fill all of this up. You haven't watched any of those on the floor. I mean, sometimes I have. I've been trying to watch all the ones first that I got on my trip Pretend Stories out of this box. This box right here. So I'm going to watch all those first, then throw the box away, and then I'm going to get back to work on these. Now it's unstable because I kept hitting it. There we are. Now we're good. So yeah. But I will get to work on it, my friends. I will get to work on it, I promise. As soon as this is filled up, I'll get another shelf. All right, let's see. Where did I leave off? Where was I? Do you think any of your hobbies can be dangerous? No. None of my hobbies are dangerous, so. Any dangerous hobbies? The answer is 0. 0. All right, number 12. Let's see here. Is there a hobby you would like to take up that you haven't done yet? I used to play tennis with my buddies. I wouldn't mind playing some more tennis, or I haven't played volleyball in forever. The only time I play volleyball is when I go to church camp. So yeah. I'm going to put down tennis. I like tennis a little bit more than volleyball. A little bit. So, any new hobbies? Tennis. All right, number 13. Let's see here. If money wasn't an issue, what hobby would you like to take up? Vlogging full time. Vlogging full time. Kind of like Adam the Woo. So, what hobby would you take up if money was a non-issue? Vlogging full time. And then this is going to be my last question for the hobbies, and then I'm going to move on. All right, let's see here. If you didn't have to work, how would you like to spend your everyday life? Ooh, vlogging, streaming, shooting short films. So, if work was a non-issue, how would you spend your day? Creating content, editing content, vlogging, traveling, creating content, editing, vlogging, traveling, and Disney trips. I love the Disney parks, so Disney trips. All right, there we are. We will continue the more questions later. There we are. So let me just close these questions and get back to the fans. Excuse me. I thought I had to burp there for a second. Let's see here. Maybe start a haven't watched shelf. Well, when I do get a shelf, I'll probably put all of those. So yeah. Let's see. You know what, Joey? I've heard of pickleball, but I've never watched anyone play pickleball. I don't even know the rules to pickleball. But yeah. Top 10 questions fans have asked. Well, if I did that one, Joey, you guys would put your answers, in the chat, because you guys have asked Fears a lot of questions over the years, so yeah. So that one would be easy. I would be like, fire off your questions, and I'll just put them, as the top 10. But yeah, I have never played. One, I've never played pickleball. Two, I've heard of pickleball. I don't know the rules, though. That is the honest-to-God truth. So, let me just Google it. Here we go. Define pickleball. Because I've heard of it. I've just never played. Pickleball. A game resembling tennis in which players use paddles to hit a plastic ball over a net. Okay, so it's like tennis. It's like tennis. It isn't exactly like tennis. And then they provided some pictures on Google. Okay, so the paddle is quite littler than a tennis racket. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've heard of it, Joey. I've just never seen a picture until now of the paddle. I've never seen anyone play it. This looks cool. Whenever I was in town, my buddy Eric loves playing. What's that thing where you throw a disc? Disc golf. So he taught me how to play that, and my buddy Eric loves playing disc golf. I hope that's the name of it. I can't remember what the name of it is. It's like frisbee golf or whatever. You have like a little tiny. It's even smaller than a normal frisbee, and I believe it's called disc golf. And Eric was like, "Fears, it's so easy." He's like, "You should come out and play a couple." And I was like, "All right, let's do it, buddy." I said, "Just teach me the rules." And I didn't do half bad at it. So that was a lot of fun. So thanks, Eric, for teaching me how to play that. It was pretty cool. I didn't get any content because Eric is very shy around the camera. Every once in a while, he doesn't mind being on camera, but he was like, "Fears, let's just do it off camera." And I was like, "Sounds good, buddy." Because I'm not going to force anyone to be on camera when they don't want to be, you know. So I was like, right on. So yeah. All right, let's see. Let me scroll down. Let's see where else. But yeah. So maybe one of these days, Joey, I will play some disco. One of these days I'll maybe play some pickleball. What position did I play in football? Well, because I was so short, Walter, on defense I played corner, and then on offense I played sometimes receiver. I'm sorry, mainly I would play receiver. Sometimes they would have me at what was the other thing I played? This is going back a few years. Classic Fears memory. I always played corner on defense. I can't remember the other position I played. Most of the time it was receiver on offense. Most of the time. But they had me play something else, and I can't remember it right now. Yo, Beer Man, what's up? Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm not sure what pickleball is. Well, I just told you what it was, Walter. I didn't know. I didn't know what it was when Joey brought it up, but I just defined it for everybody. It's basically like, it's almost as similar as tennis, just with smaller paddles. Instead of a tennis ball, it's a little plastic ball. So there it is. All right, let's get to these reviews, and then I'm gonna make some dinner because I haven't had any dinner yet. So yeah. All right, let's do Ed Wood first. Let's do. I may have, Walter, I'll be honest, I played two positions on offense, and the other one I can't remember. I know for a fact I played receiver when I was in high school. I always played corner on defense because the coach thought, Fears, you're so little, you're so tiny, that's the best position to put you. And I did run really fast, so he said, I'm going to put you as a receiver. I just can't remember the other offense position he had me play because he would switch me in and out. He'd be like, hey, Fierce, sometimes I'm going to have you play receiver, and then he would other times switch me out for another guy, and he would put me on another offense position. I just don't recall the other one. So, anyway. Yo! Eggnog, what's up? We're good for Thanksgiving and Christmas holidays. This is true. This is true. I've had both. whenever I could have milk products, I had the alcoholic eggnog. And then now that I'm, Crohn's attacks every couple of months, I have the non-alcoholic, non-milk eggnog. Not as good, but you have to work with what you have, So, yeah. What's for dinner tonight? I don't know. Last night I had a soup and a salad before I went off to work. Tonight, I have no idea. Maybe I'll make some rice and maybe a chicken breast. That's kind of what I'm thinking, pretend stories. But I don't know. I'll pick something, Sometimes I'm a picky eater, sometimes I'm not. It just depends on my mood that day. So, yeah. All right, Ed Wood time, baby. I enjoyed it. It's the first biopic that I've seen that's been entirely in black and white. So, yeah. Ed Wood, the real Ed Wood, he was like half interesting, half not interesting. He wasn't very successful. Hollywood voted him to be the worst director of all time. And actually, he became even more popular, and his films became even more popular. And he got his fame after he died. But he wasn't really that successful when he was alive. Because he loved sci-fi movies, and he loved all those cheesy movies like Fears does. And he just decided to focus all of his energy on that. And his films made a little money, but not much. And he was a transvestite. He liked having sex with women, but when Johnny Depp played him, the way he said it is like he's on a date with some girl, and she's like, so you're a transvestite? You don't like sex with women? And he goes, oh no, I love sex with women. I just like to wear women's clothing. It makes me feel comfortable, and I only like to wear it every once in a blue moon. So he was kind of a weird dude, Kind of a weird dude. But I enjoyed it. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. It had great actors in it. Johnny Depp. Bill Murray, right here. Great locations. Great sets. Tons of bonus features, my friend. So, John, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. And the only reason why I gave it an 8 out of 10 is some parts were boring. I'll be honest. But for the most part, I enjoyed it. All right. There it is. Favorite scene out of it? Probably when he meets the actor that played Dracula for the first time, because Ed Wood was a big Dracula fan, and he was a big fan of the actor that played Dracula, the original Dracula, and they formed a friendship. So that scene's pretty cool. And then, what was the other scene I enjoyed? Somebody questioning Ed Wood's directing. He moved very fast, and he barely, if ever, did a second take. He would film it, and he'd go, cut, that's fantastic, moving on. And then everyone would look at him like he's nuts. Like, don't you want to do a take 2 or a take 3 just to cover your ass? He's like, nope, we don't have time, moving on. One shot. So almost always he only did one take and was like, great, that's amazing, we're moving on. And then they would go on to the next scene. He shot very fast. It's probably why he was a shitty filmmaker, You always want to cover your ass and do at least a take 2. At least a take 2. So yeah. So 8 out of 10. Alright. Moving on. Dolly, Dearest. First of all, Fears was laughing his ass off. So already, it gets a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. It was fucking hilarious. I was losing my mind. I was on the floor, red in the face, red tomato face Fears. I was fucking losing my shit. It is super cheesy. It was super cheesy, super hilarious. It has Denise Crosby. Oh, how do you say her name? Denise. Yeah, hopefully that's how you say her name. Denise Crosby. I've interviewed her for my channel. It's on Fears Man 26. She played in Star Trek Next Gen. Her character dies on Star Trek Next Gen. I got to drink wine off camera with, I don't know why Fears did not film me drinking wine with Denise Crosby. Randall was so jealous. Like, Fears, you fucking got drunk with Denise Crosby. I'm like, this is true, Randall. I did. I remember I worked a convention. It's the only time I've ever worked a convention. My friend was like, hey, Fears, if you help us run this convention in Kansas City, Missouri, and it was called ConX. It's on my channel. He said, you can come for free. He goes, Fears, I'll pay for your hotel. He goes, I need help running my convention. I said, can I still run around and film some stuff? And he's like, yeah, within reason, Fears. I went, all right, fair enough. I said, I'll help out a friend. And I went there, and he goes, Fears, he goes, you're going to help Denise Crosby at her table. So pretty much almost the entire convention, I sat at her table. A few times I asked her, I'm like, hey, are you going to be all right? Can I run around and interview some more celebrities? And she was like, oh, go. Nicest lady ever. Super sweet, super nice. And after our interview, I put my camera down, and I should have just turned it on or asked her, like, hey, this is legendary footage, me getting drunk with Denise Crosby. I just didn't think to turn it on or ask her. Because after we did our interview, I thanked her for, I said, oh, Denise, I said, I'm a big Star Trek fan. Thanks so much for letting me do an interview with you. She's like, oh, no worries, honey. No worries. You're fine. She goes, you're a very good interviewer. And I said, oh, well, thank you. I said, my fans have told me that before. And back then, I didn't have a lot of fans. I think when I interviewed her, I was almost about to hit 1,000, but I hadn't hit 1,000 yet back then. And I put my camera away, and then a bunch of fans came up and said, oh, hey, can we have an autograph? And so she signed a couple of autographs. And then she had her bag. She had a big black bag right beside her, and she said, I'm thirsty. Like, do you want a drink? And I thought she meant, like, soda or water. I was like, oh, yeah, sure. She pulls out a bottle, a big bottle, about that tall and, like, I don't know, that wide. I'm like, oh, wine? She goes, oh, yeah. She goes, I love wine. And I went, oh, yeah, sure. I'll have some. And then that night, I called Randall. I was like, Randall, dude, I got drunk with Denise Crosby. And he goes, Fears, he goes, you're such a fucking liar. I said, I didn't, man. He goes, do you have any evidence? I said, no, Randall. I said, I'm an idiot, and I did not turn on the camera. I said, I took a picture, though. So I showed him the picture because we were holding up the wine glasses. So there is a picture. And he goes, well, at least you got a picture, Fears. And I said, I got two pictures. I said, I got a picture with her after our interview was done, and then I gave my camera to someone, and someone took a photo of us holding up the wine glasses. And he's like, did you finish the whole bottle? I said, oh, yeah. I said, Randall, I said, we finished the whole bottle. And then I said, and then she went and bought another one. So we had two. So that was fun, getting drunk with Denise Crosby. I can mark that off the list, my friends. So yeah. Let me catch up with the with the comments. Let's see here. Dr. Jenkins, I pulled my hammy, inserted it in Nam. You weren't fucking in Nam, Walter. Whatever. Can you call me some meds for Walgreens? Walter, you would have to be super old, and I know you're not that old to be in Nam. So you're lying. You're lying through your teeth, my friend. But I thought it was funny. Let's see. I also have a hard time focusing. Old head injury. Playing D1 football. Can you also call me in some Adderall? Now, that I can believe, because you do get hit a lot in football. I remember when my friend Anton hit me, I thought every bone was shattered in my arm. And I think it was my right arm. He hit me so hard, and I remember I just laid there for a couple minutes, and he's on my team. We were in practice. And I don't remember exactly what he said, but he came up, and I remember him saying, are you all right, Fears? And I went, I'm all right. And he kind of extended his hand out. And I said, you can't help me up. But I said something like, let me just lay here for a minute. I said, my arm is tingling. And he's like, can you move it? I said, yeah, I can move it. But it just tingles. Because he hit me that hard. And he's like, is anything broken? I was like, I don't think so. It's just tingling a lot. And then finally he helped me up. And he's like, oh, shake it off, Fears. You'll be all right. And I said, yeah, I'm good. I said, I wanted to lay here for a minute. And I said, Anton, I said, thank God you're on my team. And he said, why do you say that, Fears? I said, because you hit me that hard. I said, I'd hate to see how hard you hit the other team. And he goes, oh, Fears. He goes, I hit you hard. He goes, but I hit the opposing team a lot harder. And I said, well, that hurt. I said, if you hit me that hard, I said, I would shudder to the thought to think how hard you hit the other team. He goes, oh, Fears. He goes, I'll hit them 10 times harder because they're the opposing team and we're trying to win. And I went, that's why I'm glad you're on my team, buddy. And he said, hell yeah, Fears. He's still a good friend. I still keep in contact with him. He's a good guy. But man, this whole side of my arm was tingling. So thank God it wasn't broken. So yeah. Glad you didn't switch teams. Oh, well, why would I switch teams? My football team in high school actually did pretty good. We never went to state, but we got close, though. We got close. We never went to state, though, Dr. Jenkins, but we won a bunch of games. We did. We actually... my team did pretty good. Not always, but a lot of the times we did good. We did lose some games. Anyway, let me get back to this... to this review. 9 out of 10. It was hilarious. It was hilarious. It takes place in Mexico. Denise Crosby's in it. And she plays the mother, and her and her husband have invested in a doll factory, and they get there and they start like making the dolls and all that. And then This is what I love about horror movies. Just by chance, across the road, they're doing there's a dig site, and a bunch of archaeologists are there, and a demon, the devil, has came out of the dig site and inhabited one of the dolls or many dolls. Because you always have to have the force of evil. Some force of evil always is in a horror movie. Whether it be a serial killer or voodoo or magic or whatever the evil is, they have to set that up. And I'm like, this is just so fucking stupid. I'm like, they couldn't put their dig site somewhere else right by a doll factory? But I'm like, all right, whatever. So I was in it. You know, I'm already committed to the story. So I'm like, all right, okay. The doll comes alive, and the doll basically says to the parents, your daughter is mine, you're never getting your daughter back, and I'm going to put the devil's soul, I'm going to transfer the devil's soul out of the doll and into your daughter, and then I'll get to live on Earth and, you know, spread evil everywhere. Dun, dun, dun. And then they just start killing the dolls left and right, you know, because it's not just one doll, it's many dolls. They all look the same. All the Dolly Dearest start coming to life. Probably my favorite kill is when the little girl's brother grabs the shotgun and he points the shotgun right at Dolly Dearest and he says, "Play with this, bitch!" And he shoots the shotgun. The bullet comes flying out, hits Dolly like right in the chest, and Dolly goes flying through the air and right through the closet door, and she's dead. And then the devil's soul like goes into another doll, and then the story continues. But that's probably the best death out of the whole movie. So that's my favorite scene right there. Because he like blows the shit out of her with the shotgun. She gets like 8 seconds of air, crashes right through the closet door. I'm fucking losing it. I was laughing hysterically. I was like, this is fucking great. So, probably the second is when they blow up the doll factory in the end. So, spoilers if you haven't seen it. If you haven't seen it, don't worry, you're not missing much. It's just another cheesy horror film. So, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10, though. A 9 out of 10. And then, Visions, before I end this, my friend Sean last night was ranting and raving and was like, Fears, did you fucking watch that movie I told you about the robot cop? And I said, I did. I said, I finally found it. I said, I put it on the list. And he goes, I got another one for you, Fears. So I'm going to watch the trailer. I've never heard of this one. He goes, Fears, you've got to watch Scanners. And I was like, what the hell is that? And he goes, I can't remember what it's about, Fears. He goes, it's been a while. He goes, but I'm telling you, He goes, I used to watch it all the time. He goes, me and my brother, always around Halloween, would rent it. And I was like, I've never heard of that. Fucking Scanners. And he goes, you know that, he goes, you know the guy that plays the villain out of Total Recall? And I said, yeah. And he goes, you know the main villain? You know, kind of the bald-headed guy that's got hair on the side? And I said, yeah. And he goes, it's that fucking guy. He goes, that fucking guy is in Scanners. And he goes, me and my brother used to watch it all the time. And I was like, all right, buddy, I'll check it out. He goes, Fears, you better fucking watch that trailer. I said, I will. I said, I'll watch it at the end. So I'm going to watch it right now. So, yeah. Let's see. Vision says, oh, yeah, Scanner rocks. Ever watch just horror? Is that your go-to genre? I don't know if it's my go-to genre, Shuffler. I do like horror a lot. I'd say it's a mixture. I'd say my 3 top genres that I go to: horror, sci-fi, and probably comedy. That was a good question. I'm going to put it down in the book. Give me 1 second. Go-to genre. It's a split between those 3. So, horror would probably be number 1. Then sci-fi. But I do like to laugh a lot. You know, there's a bunch of, like, I love the Hangover series. 1, 2, and 3. They are fucking hysterical. I love the Hangover series. So, comedy is definitely going to be in there. So, my 3 go-to genres are horror, sci-fi, and comedies. But you guys know me pretty well. I mean, because you guys watch me almost every day. I will watch anything and everything. Musicals, drama, horror, cartoons, everything. Everything. So there it is. All right. There we go. Let's see here. What year did Dolly, Dearest come out? That's a good question. Let's find out. You know what? I thought it was an 80s movie. It is not an 80s movie. But they film it like an 80s movie. It's good old 1991. According to this Blu-ray, it says it came out in 1991. So there it is. But look how hilarious. This is seconds before she gets shot and blown to hell right through that door right there. He's like, play with this, bitch! Boom! Like, fucking a shotgun blast right to her chest and kind of like her neck area. She goes flying through the air right into the fucking closet door. Bam, she's dead. And then the devil's soul comes out and was like, hey, fuck you. I'll just like possess another doll, you know? Is it better than Chucky? No. Is it good for a killer doll movie? Yes. But nothing beats Chucky. Chucky would kick Dolly Dearest's ass beyond belief. But I did enjoy it. It was pretty hilarious. It's a good collection to the cheesy horror movie. A lot of the cheesy horror movie are here, and then this entire thing down here is pretty much cheesy horror movie. So I've only got a little space left. I'm gonna put one over here. So yeah, I'm gonna answer these comments, and then I'm gonna watch whatever the hell Scanners is. So yeah. All right, let's see. I think it was out before Chucky. I doubt it. Chucky was filmed in the 80s, so. I liked my team back in the day, and I stuck to it ever since. Chucky came out around late 1989. So Chucky came first because on that Blu-ray it said it came out in 1991. So there you are. Let's see. Robert the Doll, a lot like Annabelle. You know what? I still haven't seen. I've seen bits of that Annabelle stuff, like, oh, don't touch Annabelle, you know, or your soul will be cursed forever, you know. You know, I'd go right up to Annabelle and go, hey, right there. What do you think about that, Annabelle? So yeah, yo, Carmine, what's up? No, I just haven't got around to watching the Annabelle series yet. I haven't. All right, let's watch Scanners. Because I was very intrigued, because I don't remember that actor's name, but my friend Sean was like, Fears, the guy that played the villain in Total Recall, he was also in that TV show called V, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm like, that guy's been in tons of films, you know, a lot in the 80s and 70s and 90s, and he was in, the last film I saw him in was Terminator Salvation. And he played a good guy on the Resistance. But I'm sure he's done other stuff since Terminator Salvation. I just don't recall that guy's name. So let's see what Scanners is. Scanners trailer. I wish I could remember that guy's name. Oh, wow. They filmed this quite a few years ago. 1981. Oh, Lord. So a classic 80s horror. All right. Oh, in this movie, he's got all of his hair. Well, that's good. Because by the time he did V and by the time he did Total Recall, he was missing some hair on the top. So, all right, let's watch Scanners. Here we go.
We're coming up on a major fundraising deadline, and there aren't many more between now and the election. So I am asking you to pitch in right...
All right, here we go. Here we go. Oh my God, this trailer is super old. You hear all the cracking in the background? Oh, Lord. You are about to experience the outer reaches of future shock. Oh, Lord. Is this a futuristic movie, Visions, where, like, you know how, like, I've been telling you guys forever? There's two types of future. Futures that they get everything right, and then the future where everything is fucking gone to hell and nobody gets anything right. So it's either a utopian society or a dystopia. So, this is hilarious already.
I would like to scan all of you in this room, one at a time. I must remind you that the scanning experience is usually a painful one, sometimes resulting in nosebleeds, earaches, stomach cramps, nose...
See, this is the time to get up and leave. If some guy looked right at me and said, I'm going to scan you, and most likely it's going to hurt, and blood will be coming out of your nose, I'd be like, you're an idiot. Peace, deuce, I'm out of here. Why would I subject myself to that pain? I'd be like, well, I'm out. Peace.
Sometimes other symptoms of a similar nature. At this point, I'd like to call for volunteers. Fine. Just, sit right here, please.
I'll be honest, Visions, it's weird to see that guy with hair, because anytime I saw him in the 80s and 90s, like, he had, like, hair on the sides, and he was losing his hair. So to see him, this must have been, he looked super young in this. I don't know if it was his first film. It may have been one of his first few films, but it's weird to see him with a full head of hair, but so far I'm intrigued. This is good. But right off the bat, I'm going to ask for volunteers. You may cause pain, or it may cause pain. You may get the occasional nosebleed. Later, I'm out of here, you know. No, Fears, what? No, come on. Be a contestant. I'd be like, no, I'm good. Pick that fucking guy over there. I don't want nosebleeds. I don't want to have intense pain. I'm really good. Peace, deuce, I'm out. But this guy volunteers. That was his first mistake. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord, oh, Lord.
Now, I'd like you to think of something specific.
Do I have to close my eyes?
It doesn't matter.
All right, yes, I have something.
Oh my lord. I don't know if he's having a heart attack or a panic attack or both, but he's like shaking. Maybe it's both. Probably both. Now the other guy's freaking out. At first it was just the guy with the full head of hair, but the nerdy guy with the glasses and the very impressive mustache, he's freaking out now. They're both freaking out. Oh my god! His fucking head just exploded. I wasn't expecting that. Oh my lord. So I thought maybe the volunteer, his head would explode. The nerdy guy, his head just exploded. His glasses went flying through the air. I was not expecting that, Visions. Oh my lord.
The mind force. Scanners. Their thoughts can kill.
Yeah, I would assume so. Their minds can kill. Well, yeah, some guy just lost his life. His head exploded, for God's sakes. That was intense. I was wondering where it was going. It was just like two guys like sitting at a table, like a desk and chair, and then whew, his head exploded. I'm intrigued. It's going on the list. It's going on the list. All right. I'm running out of room, so I need to find a little spot here. Scanners. What year was it? 1981. Scanners. It's so much easier when I find these on the internet or I find them in FYE to have the name and the year it was made, because sometimes I went to FYE and the guy's like, I can't help you, Fears, you don't have the year. And I'm like, I don't know the year. It's super fucking old. Just as long as you get me the Blu-ray, then it's A-okay, you know? So I always try and get the year. Scanners, 1981. All right. I can't wait to watch that. I'm intrigued. And like the guy like just nonchalantly did it. He's like, oh yeah, I'll volunteer. And the guy's like, oh yeah, come on up. And he's like, we're just going to do a couple of, demonstrations and shit and da-da-da-da-da. And he's like, do I have to close my eyes? And he's like, it doesn't matter. And then all of a sudden, within minutes, like a minute goes by, everything's fine. 2 minutes goes by, and then you see all the blood vessels, and he's like fucking discombobulating and shit. And then the nerdy guy, his glasses go flying off, and his fucking head explodes. I was not expecting that. Whew. All right, well there it is. Well, I think that's a good way to end it. But yeah. So, Visions, you were not kidding. When you said Scanners rock, I wasn't expecting it, though, because it was out of nowhere, because you don't think that that'll happen. And then all of a sudden, his just fucking head explodes. Blood was everywhere. So that was nuts. All right. Well, that's a good place to end it. But this whole time, it has still been pouring down this whole time. I don't know... most likely, this storm will not end until Fears gets home from work tomorrow. But we'll see. Because the whole time I've been hearing thunder, lightning, rain, the whole 9 yards. So, that was a good stream, my friends. I didn't expect that the nerdy guy's head would explode. That was a little bit of a surprise. But a good surprise. Because you guys saw my reaction. I was like, ooh! His head just exploded. What the hell just happened? Well, there you go. Anyway. Well, I'm going to take off because it's 9 o'clock and I need to make some dinner. And I want to get a little editing done before I mosey on off to work. Of course, I'll get a little nap in too. But it's always a fun time hanging out with you guys. So I'm going to close things off. But before I go, Let's pick out a movie for Fears to watch tonight. Let me see here. What am I in the mood for? None of these. I'm going to go with Cujo and Straw Dogs. There we are. All right. Well, I'm going to be reviewing these tomorrow, my friends. So, I've seen bits of this, not all of it, and I don't know what the hell this is. It sounded cool whenever I was on vacation and I read the back and was like, all right, an intense psychological thriller. All right. So I have no idea what this is, but we're going to find out. So there we are. All right. Peace. Deuces. I'm out of here, my friends. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to The Fears Man at FearsMan26. Second channel, Fears Vlogs. Fears loves you guys. Fears cares about you guys. Take care of yourself and each other. Classic line from that TV show that we all love and know. Oh, yeah. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my friend Randall. Hopefully Randall can come this week and hang out. I told him a little bit of snafu on the old Fearsmobile. My AC kind of crapped out, so I'm trying to get an appointment at my dealership or at an an automotive place to get it fixed. So we'll see how much replacing my AC is. I knew it was going to crap out eventually because I use my AC a lot. It is Florida. So, but follow Randall, Lord Randall, at Cameo Man 2021 and his second channel, The Mayor of Magic. Follow Immortal, Mrs. Immortal. She's going to be a Mrs. soon because her and Shuffler are getting married. So, congrats to you guys. Follow her on Twitch. Follow the Sega Camp Gamer and Wear Camp, that hilarious guy, that great and wonderful, hilarious guy. Mold on the green bathrobe. I can almost guarantee you. But that's okay, because he's Sega, and he fucking rules. Watch him at the Sega Camp Gamer and Wear Camp on Twitch and on YouTube. All right, I'm taking off. But Fears loves you guys. Fears cares about you guys. And peace, deuces, and I'll see you guys later. Schnunk! All right, bye.